Hi, welcome to the next round of Vampiric Hunger. Today, we're going to be turning this deck into a little bit more of a cleric deck with all the uncommons we added today. And then next week, we'll feature a rare version of clerics. I think it would be pretty nice and spicy. It's not like the other competitive decks in the format. Again, I try to make sure I keep on theme with what I think the intent of these decks were made for and go from there. So let's get into the deck list. Before we do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there together. Let's get into this deck list and see the deck in action. So our deck, we have 4 Archfiend Vessels, which is a cleric, some Sanctifiers veterans still. We have Primates in the cleric. We have Ellis Accord, it's a cleric. Some Skyclave clerics to cut back on some planes and make our land count about 21, plus 2 clerics. So it's 23 if we need to, but we have a 1/3 that could potentially help sprock other things. Starscape Cleric is the bat cleric. Whenever we gain life, our opponent loses a life. And Sunblessed Cleric Healer allows us to return the vessel from our graveyard into play and get a 5/5 demon. So that's kind of sweet. We have some Fatal Pushes for a little bit of removal. Go for the Throat, Anguish Unmaking. It's an uncommon on Arena, so we're going to play it. Some 8/8 basics, 4 Barns, and 1 Temple. Sideboard, we have a little bit more removal with Cut Down. A little bit of hand disruption with Duress, Go Blank. Feed the Swarm for a little bit of enchantment removal, plus Destroy Evil. Also, they can interact as another additional removal spells against aggro or mid-range if you need to. Deafening Silence for combo. 3 Duresses for combo and control. 3 Lantern of the Laws for Graveyard Hate. 2 Destroy Evils, like I said. 2 Go Blank for Graveyard Hate with our Lanterns, plus a little bit of hand disruption. And a Phyrexian Arena for grindy matchups. That is our deck. Let's see if this deck has what it takes to compete on the Pioneer ladder. Okay. This is a nice curve overall. So we have a veteran, primate, land tap, gain a life, trigger, and then Ellis Accord, trigger. So it looks like we're facing Gruul Prowess. Gonna play a veteran, go. Now, since we only have 1 removal spell, we need to make sure we pick the right one. Assuming, yeah, we're taking a beat here. I'm not blocking. Play the Primate. Hit ya. Go. That flips. So this gets put up to a 5/5 next turn. Okay, he just revealed he has nothing. Sure. BTE, that makes sense. Alright, Primate first to get the Sprock here. Yeah. Go. We're behind on life total. We don't want to attack until we can profitably get in while also becoming ahead on life total. Alright, they're done. Against aggro, we have Cut Down. And that's about it. We have Unmaking, not as important. I think I'd rather have a Duress. Makes sense. I think I want 2 Duresses. I want to cut my curve a little bit more, if I can. Melinda's still pretty good here. So what's the next worst card? I guess Sun Healer? Yeah, we're not like that. Alright, shocks himself. Gonna come on, dude. So since we have primarily white cards at the 1-drop slot, I think it's correct to play a Plains and a Sanctifier. Because next turn I could play another Sanctifier plus probably a push this turn. Assuming he's going to be kind of explosive this turn. Now this is a good candidate for a Fatal Push. Because it's a 3/3, it doesn't really have any kind of evasion. And there's no downside of hitting it. Okay. So I think, like I said, I played Sanctifier. I think I say go. I need to wait for a combat trick. He shoves in there. Alright, we're going to block like this and this. Okay. Pump. Kill the 4/4. Okay, so no rage. So this turn I need to Vessel plus, I think, I butchered that one. Should have played the primate first. I don't really want to block with this rabbit. So now, force tower on the vessel. Okay. And a bushwhack. So he hits me for 6. I think I take it. Go to 4. Plains is nice here. Now, it doesn't really matter which order I put these down. Let's still get 2 triggers here. So I go. We're at 7. We got a 6-6. Actually, now we got a 7-7. Go. I kind of want something else. Okay, he plots it. That's not what I'm looking for. Go. Okay. We're going to play that to scry. I'd rather not draw that. Say go. Shocks himself for Rampant Ruins. Ouch. Why didn't it play in the Alchemist? We'll shove. They go. So you're going to sack the Rampant Ruins. We're at 6. Alchemist. Alchemist. Bushwhack. Not a bad turn for him. Yeah, it doesn't matter how I block here. Especially since, yeah. So it wouldn't matter if I would have done this. Run it back. Play a land. Veteran. Go. You do need a black source. Torch. Sure. Not a black card, but a black mana. Play the rabbit. Go. Okay. I would like lands. I guess primate's okay. It's not ideal though. This could be a bushwhack. Nope, just plotting. Targeting the hero. Throw the hero. Sure, take it. Please. Guess we just cast this. Go. I really need a land. We have a 38% chance of drawing one. Bushwhack. Sure. I don't want to do this. I guess like that. And I don't really want to take the 3. Okay, I guess we're just destined to never draw a land. That's okay. My fault. I should have mulled this hand. It's traditionally, like, 2-land hand is pretty fair. But okay, so prevent 3 damage. I think I'd do it here. Alright. Guess we go to 2. Never mind. Scoop it up. 0-1. Let's get in the next. Okay, facing mono green. Barons go. So, see if we can't beat one of the upper mid-tier 2 decks. I think I played that. Go. English and Making could do a little work here because they do care about die triggers. Especially when it comes to like the troll. So he took a 1-land hand. On the premise that he'd probably draw another. I think I offer the trade. Go. I mean, he only has one land. Yeah, it's correct to try to get him to use it. So, he's probably going to play the Kiora, untap it. Makes the most sense. They should play Kiora, untap Nykthos, and play something else. Now, we need to probably Anguish Unmaking, whatever he casts here, if it's Cav or a Troll. So he has 8 mana. Okay. Trailblazer. Green. Doing his thing. Storm. That's pretty dang good. Yeah. Trailblazer. Drawing some cards. I guess you have an elf too. That's pretty humorous. Alright, that changes it up a little bit here. Play a rabbit to sprock the Luminarch. Get the cleric going. Let's hit face, I guess. I think I kill one Trailblazer. Go. There's definitely an argument I should have played Vessels. They're reasonable chump blockers here. Especially if he can make a big layer. He could go for some sort of lethal-ish, I guess not lethal. So that's a free pip. Okay. He definitely should have tapped the Nykthos for having the Cav resolve. In case he got another Nykthos, though. Okay, yeah. That's correct. You should definitely do that. So in case he finds a Nykthos. So, Anguish Unmaking the Cav. Oh, 2 Cavs. Okay. That is that's a start. If I've ever seen one. Classic mono green. There's the troll. I think it's time to scoot. Yeah. He just has too big of a board. I guess he went cut down over go for the throat. Maybe? Actually, Alinda's probably not very good. Kind of need to answer the elves. Besides that, like, nothing else here makes a lot of sense. He doesn't have a lot of enchantments. Killing the threat to make him into enchantment doesn't seem very good either. Duress only hits Kiora and Storm. Go Blank could be useful for Storm purposes, but means I would have to cut something. I don't think I want to. So run it like that. So he plays a Leyline Star now. We'll go and play a tap land. Say go. I have 2 options here. I could drop a 2-drop to start the aggression. Or I could play Fatal Push, which means I take basically this turn off. I think I play Cleric. Go into another Cleric. I'm just praying I find some sort of land off the top. Untapped. So I can get this elf. Because, I mean, that's such a huge tempo loss. If I just waste this push on this elf, and then I just don't use all my mana this turn. Then again, there's this weird position here where we definitely could have got by it. Green is one of those decks. A non-land, huh? That makes things worse. So even if I play this, they both gain life. They get... they both get a counter, but what is that doing? Go. I really wanted... I guess lane doesn't even matter now. He already has a Cav. Take it. I'm not afraid. You literally just...
One drop ripples and grows.
You got nothing? Okay. There's a chance. So this is actually not a terrible draw here. And we say, I think go. So next turn they'll become 5/5s. We need to get to a 6/6. I don't really think Fatal Pushing an elf at this point matters. Cav. Sure. So, Storm the Festival in the yard. It's good for him next turn. Actually, it could be this turn, yeah, because of Kiora.
I love to make a splash.
Yeah, he should definitely play his hand. It's just free mana, basically. That's a free source. Yep. So this is what green does in Pioneer. Like, it's definitely one of those decks. Adding 19 mana to his mana pool. During the festival. And he probably finds, yeah, Giora. He only took the land? Oh, yeah, with a cab trigger, wasn't it? I thought that was a storm. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think that's GG's. 0-2. Let's get into the next. Okay, so he shocks himself. We'll play a Cleric tap. Go. Hopefully we draw a Black Source pretty soon. Consider. Sure. Seems reasonable. So if you draw a Black Source, we're pretty good. Healthy. But if we don't, this hand could backfire. So we're probably facing either Lotus Field or is it Phoenix? So there's the Black Source. We'll play Cleric. Go. Now, either way, I'm pretty sure this Fatal Push is just really bad. Right? Because either most... Okay, so it is Phoenix. So for the most part, Phoenix has cut Ledger Shredder. So like this doesn't really have a hit. So we're probably going to cut this game too. Opponent is definitely trying to dig for another probably self-mill effect. You also could have a Lightning Axe to discard on a Phoenix. Yeah. And one more spell, I believe. So he gets a Phoenix back. So our turn, I think, has to be Vessel. And then hopefully this healer gets the 5/5 back. Go. Do you actually kill that? So it looks like a Treasure Cruise inbound. So this matchup, we're bringing in Go Blink and Lantern, I believe. Is another card we're bringing in. It's actually quite a bit, I think, in this matchup in particular. We can't really answer that quick of a Treasure Cruise, though. Even on the play. I guess Go Blink could do that. Opponent plays an Auto Warrior and smacks me. Sure. Alright, so we get Frisky. Hit you for 1. Play the Rabbit. I could have played the Healer, but I don't want to. I want him to think it's okay to kill the Vessel. Frank style. Okay, he is playing a Shredder, though. That is useful information. I wasn't sure if people still played that card or not. So, top it, sure. Shredder. Come on, just kill my little Vessel. Light of hands. Get rid of the Shredder. Now there's an argument I should have waited until after he put a counter on it. If he thinks it's not gonna die, then he might put a counter on it. But here he might have actually just got rid of a land, but nope, he got rid of a Shredder. So I guess I have to just fire off this healer. Oh, Vanquish I'm making. Let's go ahead and hit first. Entice him with the removal spell. Get rid of the Phoenix. Attempt to, at least. You have Spell Pierce? Does. Alright, so we don't take the 3 damage from that. We take the 3 damage from the Phoenix itself. Another Treasure Cruise? Okay. I mean, that's problematic. The second Treasure Cruise basically means you lost most of the time. Pretty hard to come back from 2 Treasure Cruises. It's such a busted card. Consider. Okay. And a Free the Fae, so there's another Phoenix. That's problematic. Shocks himself. Phoenix. Hits me. Go to combat. Shove. Go to 8. Attempt to get back the 2/2. I guess that doesn't trigger cleric because I gain life with the vessel. So that's something to be noted. Sure. Okay, that's a little problematic. Maybe we need more cards as a way of actually sacrificing this vessel in the actual full optimized list. Yeah, I don't. Can I? How do I get through another one? Opt. So that tells me he doesn't have another Phoenix, right? If he did, you would be using the axe to pitch the Phoenix. And if you have two Phoenixes, you just win. Torch the tower. So we're going to one. We're going to 4. Yeah, I don't see it. So Lantern, Deafening Silence, Go Blanks are all possibilities. Cleric, not so much. It can't block. It can't even really attack. Probably one less healer, some vessels, some fatal pushes. I don't really like that. Maybe that's better than a fatal push. And seems to be fine enough. Seems to be reasonable. Toughness 4. Alright, but I don't like that, I think. So Plains, Veteran, go. So the first turn, I don't really think I need to get down to silence. I really want to land. So he probably has a removal spell. Sure. I want to land. So I can get down this silence and work towards the Alinda. He has no blue up, so we'll play the silence. Catcha. Yep. So that really slows him down, at least for the Phoenix side. That's not helpful. Catcha. I guess I put a 3-1 down. It's not great, but it's a reasonable card. Say go. So I would love a land. Crackle. Sure. Get rid of that. Hit ya. Go. So that's ideal. Got rid of his best threat post board. Alright, he gets rid of all my threats. At tap land. Let's keep trying to get him to use his removal. So we get rid of all the removal, and then we can get this Go Blank to get rid of everything. He's not at the point yet where I'm necessarily worried about his graveyard, because I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess he can. He can cruise. So I guess we should. Go ahead and Go Blank. And then smack. There you go. So removal? Sure. That's fine. So Shredder. So I can play a Primate. Oh, that's not a bad top deck. I still would like lands, but this does proc Shredder, which is a little bit of a problem. But I think a Johnny that can get aggressive in a few turns is kind of worth it. Go. So we can always cast this if all else fails. Phoenix. Gets frisky for 6, down to 11. Okay, down to 9. Please land. Thank you. Alinda. Catcha. So we are at 2. Ellis Accord. Okay. Gain a life, grow the Primate. Phantom. Grow the mate. Grow the phantom? Or play the phantom, grow the mate? So if he has an axe, he has to do it now. Otherwise, we get 2 more counters. So we shouldn't have lethal. He already has Auto War on board. Okay. So he takes 4. We go to 9. So we die. Oh, wait, no we don't. There's the Phantom. Oops. Have at me in the comments. Yeah, I definitely should have seen that, as for sure. We had the Flyer. We could have blocked. It took 6. Yeah. Well, 0-3, let's get into the wrap-up. So what do we think about this deck overall? It's definitely still getting there, right? It's going to take... Usually, I feel like that by the second week, it takes a little bit of a turn towards positive. But week 3 is usually when we get a match or 2. So I'm not really disheartened yet. Like I said, the deck is getting to an actual identity, what it's supposed to be doing. A little bit of a note now that I realize that Vessel is pretty hard to actually sprock. So I kind of want some way of actually sacrificing it. So in the rare version, I probably will go with a little bit of a sub-sack theme with the clerics. I also could go down the path of the angel that gives bonus, so you just gain a bunch of life, and then try to beat down. But I'm definitely going to be going down this path further. I think clerics is a nice spicy way of building the deck. If you have any considerations at all for clerics, let me know in the comment section. What cards did I overmiss? Because I could have probably added a little bit more lands. The murder ones are rare, so I don't really know what card I could have brought in. But there's definitely could be something there. But until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys next time.